You're watching EDS TV. The fact that the Bronco wasn't affected is crazy. Something tells me this driver didn't hit the brakes until after the accident. Thanks to dashcam footage, the camera was told that the officers did find the driver, but because there was no way to positively identify them beyond a reasonable doubt, they couldn't charge them criminally.
But like the things you think when you are afraid are.
The person second in line needs to only watch the person first in line. Always remember this.
Don't hit us.
This driver was staring point blank at the camera before hitting them, right in the DMV parking lot, no less. I guess someone's getting their driver's license revoked.
There lies a long shadow.
That was a hard hit. I can only imagine what the impact would have been like if the camera wasn't also driving a truck. The car probably blocked by an A-pillar, but they should have checked again before moving over. This is a Z4 driver doing Z4 things. This driver hits a woman and stays for a bit. He then decides to flee the scene, but the officers arrive just in time to stop him before he evades. I had some idiot do this exact same thing to me a month ago, but I stopped and was able to avoid the accident, and then they honked at me for stopping at a stop sign 10 seconds later and then proceed to run said stop sign. Some people are very frustrating. The camera admits he was in the wrong here. Good thing he lives in the middle of nowhere. This clip reminded me of GTA 5's intro mission. There's a whole lot of layers of sheer stupidity happening here. The rear differential has definitely left the chat. The pedestrian was more or less okay. She was able to stand up and walked over to the curb to sit down. She was scraped up, but not bleeding. The driver stopped to help.
And it did go, and like if and we were how did it quit? What is this thing doing?
I have no idea, dude. I'm getting away from him.
In such a rush that he gets mad at the camera for being in the way and then practically stops on the highway to teach the camera a lesson. How mind-blowing. Two things I try to remember to not rage is, number one, I'll likely never see this idiot again, and number two, eventually their stupidity will catch up to them. It's usually a better idea to stay behind these idiots and call the police. In retrospect, the camera admits to being foolish here and thankful that it didn't cost him dearly. I've been in that van's position before, and I've slowed to let the other car around to mess with the jerk. In hindsight, sometimes it isn't worth it, but in that moment I felt compelled. I watched some guy try this and then had the audacity to lay on the horn when my light was green and I was through the intersection before he could pull back out. Why does the car going through the intersection change before the collision? Am I missing something? There's a smaller car, the boxy car, and then the camera gets hit, and then the smaller car again. It's kind of weird.
Yo.
I'm all about the Costco 20 to 30 cent cheaper gas, but wow, do you pay a mental price with those folks in line? It's not for the faint of heart. I would bet that this person doesn't know how to drive and was attempting to learn in a parking lot. A parking lot which was fairly empty, though somehow also not nearly empty enough. Mocha Venti Suicide Gappy. What's crazy was that there wasn't even enough room in the Starbucks line for this driver to avoid traffic. People will never learn to avoid cut-throughs until it's too late. Thank you for watching. Please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing because it really helps me. If you'd like me to feature one of your clips, please email it to originalddsTV2@gmail.com.